Ken, this is one of your favorite shows. You love when it's up on the screen. I was watching Taxi last year, and I watched an episode, and it's called Louis Sees the Light, okay? And Louis has this problem. He's in the garage, and he's harassing everybody. He's mean, old, snide Louis that we know. He's a jerk. He's the bad boss that you never want to work for. He's harassing everybody. He gets his pain, and he's keeling over, right? It's terrible pain. He's like, I don't know, guys, this keeps happening. Everybody gets nice to him. He was just chewing out this guy about his low monies for the taxis. His low, what are they called? Fares. And he says, this is all you got? And then he's in the midst of this. He gets his pain. This guy is nice to him. Really nice. And he says, Louis, are you okay? Do you need to go to the hospital? No, I'll take you. And, he goes, I'll take you to the hospital and we'll go. He goes, thanks a lot, John. I really appreciate it. And he goes, all that stuff I was saying about if your fares don't increase and you come back like this next week that you're going to get fired. He goes, yeah, Louis. He thinks he's going to say, forget it. Louis goes, I meant it. You'll be fired. Goes to the hospital. They find out he needs surgery on him, right? Never had surgery. He's all nervous. He thinks he's going to die, okay? So he calls in Alex. Alex Rieger is the friend of the group, and everybody confides in Alex. They don't talk to anybody else. So everybody leaves the room. Alex stays. He says, Alex, I need to talk to you about something. I'm really scared. I figure you're a religious man, right? And Alex goes, well, I guess. And he says, all right, well, I need to make some things right with God, just in case I meet him today. And he says, Alex, would you just pray with me? And he's praying to God. He says, God, I know I haven't talked to you in a long time. I'm kind of out of practice with this prayer thing. But as you can see the state I'm in, he goes, if you just get me through this surgery, I will be the nicest person that I can be. I will change. I won't do it. I'll be as nice as I can be. And I'll treat everybody nicer at the garage. And I'll be a good boss. And just get me through this. He gets through it. Comes to work the next day. Right? And he's walking around and he's doing really good. And they're testing him. People are testing him. And Bobby Wheeler, who loves to make him angry, knows the one word that you're not allowed to say in Louis De Palma's garage. That one word is accident. The last thing somebody who owns a cab company wants to hear you say is, I had an accident in your cab, and it was my fault. So Bobby tests him, and he does all right. He does all right. The story doesn't end there. But let's go to the scripture. Let's go to see what kind of happens here. We're talking about Israel. We came from Israel. Is this not true? If there was no Israel, there might not be Christianity. So God worked through his people as much as they stood against him for most of the time. He worked through them and gave them some grace. However, the people that he worked through didn't always show him as much thanks. If you would turn with me to Exodus 17, 1 through 7. Obviously, we know the Exodus took place in the desert. And in the desert, the Jews were less than, pleasurable to be around. Okay? They were grumblers. Yes. Exodus 17, 1 through 7. This is what happens. Okay? God delivers them from Egypt and death and cruelty and slavery. He destroys the armies in front of their eyes. He opens the Red Sea. Wow, God is pretty powerful. You'd think they'd be saying, God is so powerful, he's going to take care of us. Wrong. They made a deal with him earlier. We'll do whatever you want. We'll go out in the wilderness. The whole Israelite community set out from the desert of Sin. Interesting name. Traveling from place to place as the Lord commanded. They camped at Rephidim, but there was no water for the people to drink. Now, mind you, God did just part the Red Seas to show that he could do things unimaginable. But because there's no water, we're going to have a problem. So they quarreled with Moses and said, "Give us water to drink." Moses replied, "Why do you quarrel with me? Why do you put the Lord to the test?" But the people were thirsty for water there, and they grumbled against Moses. They said, "Why did you bring us up out of Egypt to make us and our children, the livestock, die of thirst?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, "What am I to do with these people? They are almost ready to stone me." The Lord answered Moses, "Walk on ahead of the people. Take with you some of the elders of Israel, and take in your hand the staff with which you struck the Nile, and go." This is a staff that turned the Nile into blood. "And go with that. I will stand there before you by the rock at Horeb. Strike the rock, and water will come out of it for the people to drink." So Moses did this in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the place Massah and Meribah, because the Israelites quarreled, and because they tested the Lord, saying, "Is the Lord among us or not? We made a deal, God. Show us a sign. God, part for the people to drink." So Moses did this in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the place Massah and Meribah, because the Israelites quarreled, and because they tested the Lord, saying, "Is the Lord among us or not? We made a deal, God. Show us a sign. God, part the Red Sea. God, destroy our enemies. God, we need water, God." That's great that all those things happen by chance, but are you even here with us? This is Israel. Now this problem is such a big problem. It continues through Scripture. This is a problem that gets referred to throughout the whole Bible. All the way through the Old Testament into the New Testament. It's that big of a deal. Making a promise and breaking it. Stuck around for Israel. Deuteronomy 6:13 through 19. Because this happened, there is a law set. 6:13 through 19. God made a law for them.